Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones for day trade setups for today, April the 21st. Um, so the DAX and the S&P are looking like a little bit of a deeper fall, whereas this is still looking like just sideways price action at the top of a weekly flag. It is a weekly inside bar that is forming, but the difference here is the oscillators are quite far from the top and they have crossed over. So this is still, in my end, we've got a moving average crossover, so it's looking a little bit more bullish than what the other two are. And yeah, it's not falling. The oscillator is starting to ease off on the 8 hour, even bring diversions in. There's my previous swing low. Look where oscillator's dropping to now, whereas prices are high. So, I would argue that we are just easing off in an uptrend, waiting for some catalyst that some or most of the institutions are expecting sometime for a continuation up and a very aggressive break of 33,983. So that's kind of the macro view. But if we start looking at the lower time frames, it's a little bit of a different picture. You can see big up, big down, big up, big down. Trend is still up. Look at my oscillators, they are gripped to the downside. All indicating I should be looking for opportunities to buy. But when I start dropping down to the 1 hour, I have a crossover of the moving averages and I have a retest of that crossover. And that puts a little bit of a different spin on it. So, we're not getting really decent levels that are being tested. And that's typical of a top. So often when you see a top or a bottom, price doesn't respect all the levels. It's all over the place. It's up and down. It's chaotic. And typically the only thing that you do see is a series of lower highs. So especially on a top. And then you start seeing a series of lower lows, which is what you're getting. You didn't get it for a couple of days, but yesterday was the first lower low, and then it is the second daily lower high. Anyway, the day was big up and big down, so I'm a little bit skeptical. I think you probably got a little bit more downside coming, but this at the moment is going to be scalps. So what I would do today is pay attention to 33,836, 33,802. We're in a downward trend on the 15 minutes, and you can see even this pullback yesterday didn't change the outlook at all. Oscillators grip the upside, nice juicy double top, testing structure to the left, but obviously that test was all over the place. You can see that's why I say put in your 3 levels at least, so you can see what price is doing. So that's kind of what I would be expecting, a rejection here for a retest of 33,725. A break of 33,725 should get us down to 33,595. But be very careful. It's not, to me, this is not genuinely, and we are in a downward trend on the 15 minutes if you look at that. Definitely in a downward trend, but I'd be careful. I think that's the only thing. The 1 hour has crossed over and we are pointing down. So there is definitely merit for thinking that we're going to get a little bit of a bigger move down. And there's quite a strong area of support lower down. And that is here between 33,595 or 33,600 and 33,550. So that's kind of the area that we're probably going to target. But again, looking at the bigger time frames, it just looks like it's meandering down. We're looking for something. It doesn't look like it's a big move expected. And there is diversions on the bottom, which is indicating a move. Be careful. We're looking for a bigger move to the upside. So, I just come back to the weekly. I just use the daily for this. You can see inside bar, inside bar, inside bar, triple inside bar, oscillators easing off. We do want to see a pullback onto structure. Look at the level, and there's actually a little bit more, but look at the area of support here. So whatever this move is, I think probably drop into this area We could even test some of these bits of structure here, and that would still be in an uptrend on the daily. Ideally, I'm looking for the oscillators to ease off quite nicely or to separate one or the other, and that's going to give me the confidence to set up my longs. But at the moment, top of channel, you should expect a move down. The question is how far that move is going to be, and at the moment I think we're probably just going to bounce inside this chaos that we see, and it's pretty clear with all the chaos that I've just added to the chart. Look at all those levels. Anyway, so wait for the retest level, jump in for the short, take profit on the lower end. And it's actually an interesting one because you could probably just reverse direction on the bottom, so then you jump in long and you take your profit at the next level, jump in short, and so it's going to continue. That's what it's been doing all week. I expect it to do it again today. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.